Anyone know the words to? I don't even know how to play it properly. You know those words? I know the song, but... Another poem? Yeah.
It's called War is a Racket. It's actually based on a short book that was written by a US general. Actually, in the 1930s, he'd served in the First World War, and it was written between the First and Second World War, where even then he cottoned on to the fact that wars are essentially fought for profit, you know, and if there was no profit in war, there would be no war. And it's sort of based on that. Some of the words are his, you know. War is a racket. It always has been, generating obscene profits for men unseen. As rackets go, it is possibly the oldest, easily the most profitable, and surely the most vicious, and benefiting only the most ruthless and ambitious. It's international in scope. It destroys all hope. It is the only one in which the profits are reckoned in dollars and the losses in lives, and the racketeers care not who survives. A racket is best described as something that is not what it seems, and only a small inside group understands what really goes on behind the scenes. It is conducted only for the benefit of the few, at the expense of the majority, the normal people like me and you. Out of every war, millionaires, even billionaires are made, selling their wares of violence and death and hate. But how many of those profiteers ever served on a front line, surrounded by carnage and death in front and behind? How many of them have ever dug a trench or witnessed the exploding entrails of a friend? How many of them have spent sleepless, frightened nights, ducking shells and shrapnel and hiding from some sniper's sights, terrified they will never get out alive? From the spoils of war, victorious nations acquire new territory, but they just take it under the pretense of providing liberty, which is then promptly exploited by the very same few. The same corporate psychopaths, the parasites who feel no remorse for what they do. And of course it's us, the public, who shows us the bill. And what is this bill? It's a bill that renders some horrible accounting, with unspeakable horrors that keep on mounting. Fields of graves further than the eye can see, mangled bodies, shattered minds, broken hearts and dreams, prisoners of war who may never be free, not to mention years of economic instability, recession or depression, and all its many miseries. Surely it's obvious to everyone that it would be far cheaper and far safer for nations to never wage war, and surely far more sensible for our leaders not to flout or break international law. Take note, Tony Blair, you filthy corporate whore. I hope you'll regret not listening to your country, who stood together and said no more war. Unfortunately, unknown to most people, there's a hidden pervasive power that always gets its way and keeps the war drums beating for the profits to be made. Did you know that global military spending in 2011 was almost $2 trillion? How can that ever be justified when over 1 billion people are still hungry and living in squalor? And get this, the cost of ending world hunger would cost about $200 billion, according to a report by the United Nations. So last year alone, we spent almost 10 times the cost of ending global starvation on things like violent confrontation, illegal occupation and subjugation, which inevitably leads to more retaliation. And so the cycle continues. while behind the scenes the same people always arm and fund both sides, so it doesn't matter to them who wins or loses, who lives and dies. But only true victors, when any war ends or subsides, are the arms manufacturers and financial men. Is that really any surprise? And of course they own and control the media, which fills our minds with deceit and lies that seek to justify. Lies like, this world will make the world safer. We're just liberators ridding the world of evil dictators. We're only trying to bring peace, so God only knows why they hate us. And so the cycle continues. A wise person said that fighting for peace is like fucking for virginity. Doesn't that perfectly illustrate that starting wars is the definition of futility? It will never make the world safer, or prevent terrorism or brutality. It's just the opposite in fact. Because during the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq, over 1 million innocent people died in our attack. How many devastated orphan children will grow up hating us because of that? And so the cycle continues. What a bunch of suckers we all are. Is it any wonder that humanity is tearing itself apart? Why do we vote for psychopaths and put them in charge? Men without conscience, without courage and convictions, and most definitely without heart. But how do we change the situation? Where do we start? Albert Einstein said, the world is a dangerous place to live, not because of people who are evil,